my mate fits. Could be hard or it could be a cinch. Can you fix it, my oh my? At least I'm gonna try.
Listen to that! Did you hear the pause and then the last try? Oh, I love that little jingle. That was sent over by Alan, also known as Tazcat. I didn't realise he was doing that. I just got a message and there it was. So I thought I'd include it in the beginning of this video, and I might throw it in every now and then because I really like it. So yeah, massive thanks Alan for doing that. Now, this is a trying to fix video, and we're going to be trying to fix this radio control full function Batmobile. Yes, Batman. It says here that it's got, I'm interested in this bit, high performance with turbo boost. I can't see anything on here that indicates another button for turbo boost. And yeah, it's got working front lights. Now, just having a quick look at it here. It does appear to go forward and back. Also, the lights appear to work when you go forward, but the turning is just not working. In fact, when you turn it here, it tries to move forward and back a bit, and the wheels look like they're jammed right the way over this side here. So let's turn it on. This takes one 9-volt battery. This takes 6 C-size batteries, so the massive ones. But look here, well, not the massive, you know, the medium-sized ones, but it's also got a little DC jack, so if you wanted to charge it with rechargeable batteries, it looks like you can charge it up via here, which is quite nice. But anyway, watch this. When I put it on here, it sounds like it's straining a little bit. Probably can't hear that, but if I go back and forward, that works. But look at this, when I go left and right, it's not doing anything. In fact, it looks like it's trying to move backwards and forwards when I do that. So something isn't right there. Now, initially when I took it out, I thought it might be to do with this trim, but this trim is not doing anything. So when I turn this way or this way here, it's not changing anything. I presume that should be in the middle there. So this was sent over by Mike from One Up Gaming Limited over on eBay. It came over quite a while ago now, but I've just I haven't had time to look at it. But you can see the front lights working there. So let's get it over to the blue mat and see if we can find out what's going on. Do you know, I'm looking forward to this because I don't think it's going to take very long, and sometimes it's nice just to have an easy fix. I'm not saying it is going to be easy, it could be a nightmare. I just don't think it's going to be too complicated. Right, you can see here that, look, I don't want to put strain on that, but they are definitely jammed over. I'm taking the batteries out. Let's undo the screws. So there's one here, 2 here, and 2 here. And they look like just crosshead screws. So I'm sure some of you Batman fans would be able to date this from the design of the Batmobile, because this certainly looks like a more, well, not the old-fashioned one that I remember from when I was young, but this doesn't. This looks more like maybe 1990s or something, rather than the modern one. Or maybe there's been a few since this one. Oh, while I'm doing this, let's give a shout out to the My Mate Vince Massive. They're the top level Patreons. This month they consist of kitdigital.com, Kip Hakes, Max Rokotansky, Having Fun Repairs, Ellensburg Amplifier Repair and Service, Will Michaelis, Chris Seal, Dorian from Hoover Lux Restorations, Felipe at MrKeeps.com, Dan Prutton, King Kurd from Lowbook Auto Sales, and DJ VG. So massive thanks to all of you and all the other Patreons, and anybody that supports these videos in any way, shape or form. Well, that's not what has come out, but it is undone. So let's see now, is it going to come out? Yes, it is. Oh, well, that's quite nice. Excellent, there's nothing attached to this, so all the lights and everything are built into these bits here. And they are, well, they must be quite old because they're incandescent lights, you know, with a little filament in, not an LED. Is that going to allow me to push that through there? No, it's not. Right, I've got to balance that there. I can unsolder that, but let's see if I can get away with not doing that. Right, so what have we got going on here? Let's not worry about anything apart from the steering. Now, springs. So they look like they're designed like that because we've just got one pivot point in the middle and they go off to there. So that looks correct. These are just all for the lights, let's not worry about them. We've got this one here which is flattened by the screw hole, but that is for the light, so that's going to be okay. Oh, there you go, these are the things feeding the lights, and then it just goes off one wire to here, one wire to here, and the green wire goes one to here and one to here. So each wire here is just going to be soldered up, or hopefully not just taped to 2 wires. Yeah, it all looks a bit. I wonder, has it had a repair in the past? I wonder, is this factory or not? Because it just looks a bit weird to have a red and yellow wire here, then going on to white, and this is white all the way. I need to try to take the pressure off this. Let's undo this one here. There, right, so that's away from the motor. Now, why is that motor jammed in that position? Is that going to lift up? Maybe we can just recenter it. But why would it have gone out of line to begin with? If somebody's good enough to be able to solder up these or work out that, then they're going to know that this is going to go in the middle. Right, so I think we should put the batteries back in now. And so, oh no, look, can you see that bit there is all the way over? So the motor's still jammed over there. Ah, the trim is at the bottom of the motor. I bet this is more electrical than mechanical. I bet it's something to do with the trim not sitting in the correct position. Right, how are we going to do this now? Annoyingly, it's all been like plastic welded, so I can't undo that. Certainly no Tamiya. There's the remains of a bit of wire. Let's see if we can get the motor out. That's quite nice, they've actually moulded on the wheels here, Batmobile. And there's a bit of attention to detail gone into this. Right, here we go. Here we go. Right, one wire has broken off here. Is that the problem? Where does that go to? Where does that go to? So this is going to be, is this like a potentiometer type thing? Oh, hold on. Oh, this is, oh, no, they're both, oh, here we go. Now I'm in trouble. All 3 wires have gone. So these are going to be going onto these 3 contacts, aren't they? Right. Yeah, and this moves this round. So I should be able to move this by hand. Yes, I can. But that's not moving the top at all. Because I suppose this only moves with the motor. It must be like a worm wheel on the motor. So this is only going to move when we use this bit here. But it couldn't move because it was jammed, probably because of being in the wrong position because of this. You think it would have moved back the other way though? So how am I going to work? How am I going to work this out now? Is it just going to be trial and error? I mean, we're just doing resistance, aren't we? So one's going to be, would it be like one's going to be the ground? Well, no, one's going to be a wiper, isn't it? And then we're going to have, how am I going to work that out? Thing is, there can only be 9 different combinations. Is that right? I'm going to watch back the video because I think one wire was in place. And if I can work out which one that was, then you see I'm only going to have like, whatever it is. 1, 2, there's only going to be like 4 different combinations then once we have one wire in place. No, only 2 combinations. Yeah, let me watch back the video. Right, luckily the film picked up the white wire on this one here. So let's pop that one on and then we know that we can just swap the other 2 over and then hopefully we might have something. Yeah, it still looks nice and coppery anyway. Just going to tin that wire up. And let's go on to this one here. Right, that looks nice. So let's strip back the other two. Out of curiosity, I just want to have a look at the board here because this screw's loose here anyway. Might have a date on here somewhere. Actually, I didn't look at the box. There's probably a date on the box. The screws are very loose. Yeah, do you know the lights are taped up here as well? I don't think it's, I think maybe it is factory. Anyway, it's hard to see, but there's too many wires in the way. But that's the board there. To be fair, this does look old. I wonder if this is from the 1980s rather than the 1990s. I'm just going to check the box. Well, let's have a look underneath. Does it say anywhere? Oh, here we go. 1989 DC Comics. Yeah, it says here as well, 1989. I bet you it is from around that era then. Yeah. Yeah, that red one's definitely ground. So I'm going to take a guess that the ground's in the middle. Yeah, I'll give that a go. And then I don't think it's going to cause any problems because it's only it's only working like a resistor, isn't it? I'll tell you what, let's go all the way to the left and let's see what reading we get. Right, so we've almost got a short there and then we're a long way off here. Yeah. So we've gone from nearly shorting to 4,900 ohms. Now let's go all the way here and let's see if this shows it almost shorting this side. Yes. And then this side will be 4,900 ohms. There we go. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I think it's reading from the middle out. I'm going to solder up the red to the middle. Well, what we're going to do is let's put the batteries back in and just see now. I wonder if we turn this, will this automatically start turning without me doing any inputs on the controller? I think it will. Okay. Oh, stop. Right, that's going crazy. Look, that's going all the way around now. Right, something's not right. And that's why the wheels were jammed over that side. That's not making any difference at all when I do this here. So that's the straining. Remember I said I could hear straining. Now this has just got a whole lot more interesting. This has just got a load more interesting. That's why the wheels were forced over there so much. Oh, look at that, that's horrible. It doesn't center very nice, does it? You kind of have to flick it back because those springs are not really strong enough. If they were here and here, they'd have more chance, wouldn't they? Mind you, it would put too much strain on. So now, when it goes forward, it's automatically, just like a real car, it will automatically center itself anyway. Let's swap those over, the red and the brown. Now, let's see if that has fixed it. Oh, yes it has. Yes it has. Look at that. So that's how the trim works. So we need it. Oh, it's always going to be under strain though, isn't it? Well, not very nice. But anyway, look, when we go all the way to the right, this travels counterclockwise. And when we go all the way to the left, it travels clockwise. Yeah, so now, yeah, there we go. So when you're turning, there's no cut off anyway. It just stops when there's strain. It stops, I think. Oh no, I suppose it's to do with this. When it turns, this is going to turn, isn't it? So when we do this, that's going to turn to there and probably cancel it out to there. That's what's going to happen. And then when we turn the other way, this is going to turn this way until it cancels out. And then it's going to go back to the middle, wherever the middle is. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've got that. Yeah, that's right, because otherwise it would be constantly under strain. It would be constantly fighting against this. So it only goes so far and then cuts out. Good, good, good. Now, I think we can put this back together. That's that, that's that. So now we should be able to get these wheels nice and trimmed up. Let's turn it on here and on here. Right, so you can see that they're not very nice at the moment. I'm just going to turn this here. Right, so that's going that way, so that's the wrong way. There we go. Yeah, so that is doing what it's supposed to do. There. Can already tell it goes that way a lot nicer. Not that way, but that way. You can see it really goes over. Sorry, let's turn that off, it's annoying. Remember, it is a toy, it's not a professional grade one at all, as in hobby grade. It's toy grade. But look, if you have a look, this motor is in the middle. That motor is in the middle of this. And that screw now is not in the middle of here. So I'm going to adjust the trim so that's bang in the middle. It's just that I was doing it so when it goes back, but look, we've got all that play. It's just a horrible design. We've got all that play there. Really, this whole thing should be filled up. So then there, it would be sitting like that right now. Yeah? So I bet you now, if I sit that bang in the middle there and adjust it down below, it will now go the same distance both ways. Do you know, although that's sitting that way, I think that's it now. Because look, it goes nearly all the way there and nearly all the way there. And when it's driving, it will centre again. Let's put it back together and give it a go, because I can always mess around with the trim when it's back together. I just want to see about this accelerate. Oh, there is two speeds. That speed, and then that speed. Okay, and do the lights come on? Yeah, and back lights. Yeah, when you go in reverse, the back lights come on and the front lights go off. That's quite nice. And does it turn while going forward? Yeah. Brilliant, I think that is fixed. Need to straighten up the aerial as well. It's in very good condition. Well, I think that will do. Let's get it back into the kitchen and take it for a little spin. Here goes. I haven't had a go yet, so my real reaction will come across on camera. And if I'm honest with you, I'm not expecting much. Look at that, that's gone all the way to there now. Okay, right, let's see what's going to happen. Certainly noisy. Ooh. Right, I've got to do the trim. Oh no, I haven't. Right, so in reverse, it's only got the 1 speed in reverse. You know, I do like the lights coming on. Yeah, it's not proportional. So, although we have 2 speeds going forward, when it comes to the steering, I can't steer in small amounts. Yeah, so even if you do it a tiny bit, when it just goes all the way. There. Yeah. You can hear it struggling when it's going around the corners to keep grip. Yeah, it definitely turns right better than it turns left. But I'll tell you what looks really nice, those back lights. They look nice. Right, so that is it for this video. So massive thanks to Mike for sending it out to me. Apologies it took so long. The repair, in my opinion, was more interesting than I thought it would be when I first of all seen the problem. I thought it was just going to be a mechanical thing where maybe something had broken or it was just jammed into a certain position after a crash. Until the next time, I'll see you very soon.